Hello everybody, and welcome to another Monster Hunter video. Hope you guys are doing well today. My name is Ristretto, and you've caught me in the middle of a little more fishing. I know I've started a few videos this way recently, but it's just a cozy way to enjoy some Monster Hunter. Even if you're not ready to go out and hunt this instant, it's fun to kick back and just do a little fishing. And Wilds, Monster Hunter Wilds gives us even more places to do that than ever before, and I really appreciate it. I've been playing quite a bit of the game. I've finished low rank and I've gotten into high rank, and so before I really start jumping into a bunch of high rank quests, hello Jethro, I wanted to take a minute and do a check-in video and do one more hunt of a low rank monster before we progress even further into the game. So the beginning of this video will be a little bit rambly. If you like to hear a little bit about what I've been doing in the game so far and some of my progress, feel free and watch that. Otherwise, I'm going to have a timestamp down in the comments where you can jump straight to the hunt. We're going to be hunting eventually here Nu-Udra with dual blades. So if that sounds like fun, stick around or click on that timestamp, and yeah, thanks for being here. So yeah, I've played a good chunk more. I'm going to start off, I actually forgot about this last time I tried recording this. I forgot to show my hunter profile, and so I'm going to start off by showing that. Here we are. You can see I've made a squad. If you want to join the squad, you're welcome to. And I've played about 60 hours so far, and I'm hunter rank 26. So I have done a little bit of high rank gameplay, just a little bit. But I haven't really dug super far into the high rank systems or anything like that. Here's what my guild card or my weapon usage looks like. It's a little confusing to read because you've got those two different bars there. You can see my hammer usage 27 and 69. What's up with that? I tallied things up. It looks like the top bar is how many times you've used that as your primary weapon in a quest, and the bottom bar is how many times it's been your secondary weapon. So it looks like for me, my most used weapons thus far have been hammer, dual blades, gun lance, switch axe, and sword and shield, with most of the others taking a back seat. You can tell I haven't tried out bow or hunting horn at all yet. I did recently watch some guides for those weapons though, so I'll be trying them out soon enough as we get into high rank here. That's what that looks like. Excuse me. But yeah, aside from that, I guess as far as quests go, I went through the progression pretty quickly. This game has so much more story than any of the older Monster Hunter games do in their low ranks. And it seems like if you take the game at its word and you just kind of go through based on the little objectives in the top right, you can see my objective right now is to investigate the regions and raise my hunter rank. That's because we're in high rank now where things get a little more open-ended. But in low rank, it's pretty guided. If you follow those objectives, it'll kind of whisk you right through the story, right through all the low rank environments, right through all the low rank monsters, and get you right to high rank. And so it never really tells you to stop and go out into the world and explore the maps, or stop and collect up some weapons. It does like occasionally say like, finish your preparations, optional. But it never really tells you to stop and smell the roses. And I'm pretty glad I did. I cleared quite a few quests. I collected a good chunk of gear. And I think it felt a lot more like Monster Hunter, and I got a lot more acquainted with this game and its systems because of that. If I had just followed the story all the way through, I feel like I wouldn't have gotten a great sense for how this Monster Hunter game plays. I would have gotten some feel of the combat and some feel of the story in the world, but it wouldn't have really been super indicative of what Monster Hunter's gameplay loop is usually about, which is interesting for the low rank story to be so straightforward, so streamlined, so quick that it'll whisk you right past some of the game's core loop. In any case, hi Alma. In any case, I've done all of the low rank optional quests, so all the small monster quests and large monster quests, all the way from 1 star to 2 star to 3 star. And I ended up grinding some of these quite a bit because in low rank they don't really open up the free hunting in the same way they do once you get to high rank. So I did optional quests for a lot of my hunting. And I do want to show off a bit of what I was optional hunting for. I didn't end up doing a whole lot of armor. That's something where in low rank it felt like, for one, I didn't need extra attack or defense from new armor, but also I don't know, I wasn't super into collecting the armor. I only made a couple sets. My starting set here was a mixture of chainmail and hope. I really like how that looks. Looks like this. Like that jacket a lot. Super cool. And I did eventually make a gathering set that was all leather. Just maxed out botanist and geology as much as I could that early in low rank. I didn't have any decorations, or I wasn't able to upgrade the charms that much at that point, so that's what this gave. Was nice for doing some gathering runs. Eventually, I did slap in a few pieces of Guardian Rathalos armor, which gave me quite a bit more defense. You can see that both of these other armors have 11 defense, which is what I went with, I think, up until Guardian Arkfeld. And then once I'd cleared Guardian Arkfeld for the final boss, or around the final boss, I slapped in those Guardian Rathalos Vambraces, which gave us a little bit of defense, up to 59, and also 2 points of weakness exploit, which not super strong. Where is it? Let me see the skills. Check loadout. No. Skill info. There we go. Yeah, only gives 10% affinity, extra 5% on wounds, so a maximum of 15%. Not super strong there. I do like how this looks. Just in the Discord the other day, I was showing that this is actually not too dissimilar from a set I made in 4 Ultimate in terms of how it looks. Kind of a pared back armor set with really lightweight or nimble looking arms, waist, legs, and just a jacket on top. Kind of fun. And then since moving on to high rank, I've kept the same Guardian Rathalos Vambraces, but I've slapped in the high rank versions of Chainmail and Hope. And I've gotten to color the jacket for the first time, and so now I've got a nice red jacket to go along with those Guardian Rathalos arms. And a little more defense too. You can see 131 defense. I have this gemmed for a variety of things. I don't really have that many decorations yet, so not super worried about attack skills. Mostly just gemming in some extra, like, entomologist, outdoorsman, geologist, botanist, just gemming in stuff like that. So there you go. That's what I've been using in my playthrough for the most part. I did also want to quickly show off some of the weapons that I've made. I'll try and keep this kind of brief. I've made quite a few weapons, and so I'll just go on through here. What I'm probably going to do is just kind of click through each one and talk about any of the ones where I find their designs to be notable. It's nice to see the Guardian Rathalos gear in this game. I like it more than I thought I was going to. I've made quite a few of his weapons. I like the mixture of traditional red Rathalos and like the weird scarred Guardian look. Zhu Wu's designs, these Nihil designs, have been some of my favorites too. In general, I have a hard time with some of the modern weapons and armor because I feel like they look too ornate and it doesn't always really vibe. Like if you compare that to this is still kind of ornate and detail rich, but you can kind of tell the Nursilla designs have roots in a more cartoony, simple art style, where this is a lot more detail rich. And they both exist in the same game and look nice next to each other, but sometimes I have a hard time appreciating that detail rich, ornate art style. But in the case of these Zhu Wu weapons, I think they're pretty neat. Also just really cool to see the Nursilla designs updated for 6th generation. So high res, so cool. They look great. Oops, I skipped over the Nu-Udra greatsword. A lot of these I haven't actually used all that much. I've just collected them either for the sake of being able to upgrade into a different tree, or for the sake of having them. I've been very appreciative of this game's weapon designs in general, or like even if I can't get down with some of the more like detail-rich, ornate designs personally, it's still been a lot of fun to have different designs to collect. That's a pretty marked difference for me, where if there are things to collect, I will do so, and I definitely have. Also, with this frozen spear tuna, it was super fun to go out and hunt, or sorry, not hunt, go out and fish for like 2 hours one session to be able to get all the necessary requirements and necessary ingredients for this guy. Made quite a few long swords as well. There's the Guardian Rathalos one. This Rompompolo greatsword is really pretty. I haven't used it that much, maybe once or twice, but I love the way it looks. Rompompolo himself and some of his other gear is kind of weird, but very pretty longsword. Same thing with the Raidal longsword, very pretty. Used the Cumatrice longsword pretty early on, quite a bit. Very unique design. I have yet to use this Hirabami one, but oh my gosh, it looks so pretty. I'm excited too. Haven't used the Guardian Arkfeld one yet either, but I crafted them all up. It's fun to make those designs. And there's another Nursilla. Oh, it looks so good. This one especially, I love that little spiral on the sword. Looks so cool. Thank you, Guardian Rathalos, for your sweet designs. Balahara's gear has been a highlight for me as well. Big fan of how the Balahara gear looks. Very rugged and medieval and spiky. I don't know, just fits really well. They went so crazy with the physics on these. That's one thing that's pretty consistent across a lot of the weapons, is there are lots of Little dangly physics bits. Yeah, I don't know. I just like getting to show off what I've spent the time collecting, both as just like a, hey, look, I did it, but also these are the ones that I thought were worth getting, either from a, it's nice to have this element option, or just I really like the visual design. This Rei Kurai, or Kurara Sword and Shield is one of the first weapons I've upgraded into high rank stats, and so it has nice blue sharpness. It'll probably be one of the weapons I use as I'm breaking into high rank here. Nice companion for that, really pretty. The Ajarakan Sword and Shield is also one of my favorite designs so far. I love the big fist for the shield, and even the sword, despite being quite detail rich, you know, kind of ornate looking. I like how that pink and red paint kind of wears away as it gets out to the blade. Just so cool. The red blade on that Nursilla Sword and Shield looks sweet as well. And then I haven't really used the Zhu Wu Sword and Shield that much, but man, does it look cool. Don't usually see a sickle style Sword and Shield like that. Happy to see the Guild Knight Sabers, some of my favorite, one of my absolute all-time favorite designs in the series. So always happy to see them. And I like that their colors look so vibrant here. Just having some coffee. Got some dual hatchets. We're going to be using these Uthduna dual blades for our hunt today against Nu-Udra. So floppy. Was happy to see these Ebony Odogaron dual blades come back. I don't remember if they looked exactly like this in World. I think they looked similar, but I don't remember them being quite as colorful. They might have been. Maybe they're a little more colorful to emphasize the Guardian design in this game. Don't know. Haven't used the pink maracas, but I'm still happy to see them. It's just like, I don't know, certain classic designs back from 1st and 2nd gen, you see them updated in like HD, and it's just very cool to see. Also haven't used the Ajarakan duels yet. I feel like there were some designs in Rise that displayed really prominently on your back like this. It's pretty cool. Gives your hunter a little silhouette, almost like an armor piece. A lot of these I have yet to use. I haven't used the Guardian Arkveld duels yet either. I think that speaks a little bit to how generous the game can be with its drops. But also just the fact that I've honestly, I've collected more than I've actually had time to play. 60 hours is a pretty good chunk for the first few weeks after release, but it's definitely not enough to feel like I've mastered really any of the weapons. I feel pretty confident with Hammer. I feel okay. I think honestly, Hammer's the one where I feel most confident. I feel like I'm not a master at it, but I can take on pretty much anything the game's going to throw at me at this point with Hammer. Used this Guardian Arkveld hammer to farm Guardian Rathalos for all of his gear. It was very fun to dunk him out of the air with something so large. The other weapons I've really enjoyed so far have been Sword and Shield, Dual Blades, and then a little bit Switch Axe and Gunlance. I know those are up there in my guild card or my hunter profile, but I think the ones I've mostly gravitated towards have been Hammer and Sword and Shield. I used this new Pulpo hammer quite a bit as well. Right after you fight Nu-Udra for the first time, that 170 raw is pretty strong, so I made this and used it as we continued through the story. Super nice to see the Nursilla ones. These designs are so neat, and it's really special to see them in 6th gen. I used this hammer a lot in 4 Ultimate. This Zhu Wu hammer I did use a lot of. Nice green and 160 raw just felt really nice to get to use towards the end of the story. It's what I used for my Guardian Arkveld clear, and I think for the final boss too. Just so cool. I love the axe hammer designs, so that was super fun. And I just made the Kutku pick. Again, haven't played any Hunting Horn, and also they're just kind of hard to see here in the in the tent. It's actually very difficult to see most of their designs, so I'll just kind of quickly go through these. I didn't make every single weapon. It kind of looks like I did, but I didn't make every single one. You could say I made the majority of weapon designs, but not all of them. Which was fun. Incrementally adding a bunch of items to my wish list and then going through and hunting the monsters gave me time to practice those different weapon types, kind of get a sense of like, okay, here's how Charge Blade feels, here's how Longsword feels. I don't love how all the weapons feel in this game, but I'm willing to give them more of a shot. Some of them, like Longsword, I really haven't given too much time to. Oh my gosh. Ugh, those tentacles are almost too gross to use. So, still looking forward to getting used to more of the weapons. Man, I need to use this lance. It looks so cool. The syringe. Hirabami is one of the only monsters in the game where I actually get kind of annoyed fighting them. I feel like I have a hard time reading their animations, and they're always in the air. So, despite being annoyed with them, fight-wise, I actually quite like their weapon designs. The color is very pretty, and the designs are very graceful. It made me happy seeing the Odogaron lance here as well. That's one of the weapon designs I really liked in Monster Hunter World, was the base Odogaron lance. So it's nice to see it here. I'm not sure how this happened. I accidentally made 2 Cumatrice lances, so there you go. Have yet to use the Guardian Arkveld lance either, but man, it looks cool. I like lances where it's just like a one-winged shield. Always happy to see Red Rook. Looks pretty cool here. Oh yeah, I like how prismatic some of that Guardian coloring looks right by those vents in the middle. Almost looks like it's been like flame blued from all the heat coming out of those vents. Very cool. Very cool. Speaking of cool, the Ajarikon gun lance also very neat looking. Some of that flame bluing there on that central barrel as well. Shell Gunbird is another design I used a lot of in 4 Ultimate, because the Nursilla weapons, when you got into G rank, were really quite good, both the regular versions and the Shrouded Nursilla weapons, so neat to see them here. I like Balahara's designs across the board. They're a little simpler in an otherwise very ornate game. I've already used the Guardian Arkveld gun lance a little bit for farming some of that Hirabami and a few other fights where I was like, I don't feel like trying too hard. I'm going to use this Guardian Arkveld gun lance. Gun lance is in a pretty strong spot right now, which is cool to see. I have yet to use this Guardian Rathalos switch axe, but oh my gosh, it looks incredible. That red blade, so cool. I'm excited to use it more. I used a fair bit of this Nu-Udra switch axe. I was trying switch axe out in my progression of the story right after Nu-Udra, and so this design was nice and strong for that point in the game. Haven't yet tried out this Zhu design. It looks so cool and like thin, lightweight even. Dainty? I don't know. Looks cool. I'm excited to try it out. Haven't played too much Charge Blade yet. When I have, it's felt like it's clicked pretty well. It feels like they added some things on to 4th and 5th gen Charge Blade in a way that makes good sense. Oh, that shield looks so cool. So cool. But I just haven't put too much time into it yet. There's definitely lots of room for my own personal improvement of the different weapons. Oh my gosh. Ebony Odogaron Charge Blade looks so good. Same with the Hirabami one. I haven't used this one yet. We'll have to see if Elemental File is any good. I would imagine it's more situational, which makes sense, but looks pretty cool. I would love to get to use that in a video or just a fun hunt. There's my Nursey Charge Blade. Love it. Used a bit of this Lala Barina one when I was checking out Charge Blade. You can see down at the bottom here, I've made and collected all the Rarity 2 Kinsects. I haven't actually used all of them yet, but it's been fun to craft them up. Looking forward to farming up all the other variations as well. So chunky, that Guardian Arkveld one. A couple of these weapons, it's pretty difficult to actually see what they look like here in the tent. Like I mentioned in my other video where I was hunting the Ray Dow, I've been enjoying the guns pretty well in this game. They're not perfect, but I actually think I enjoy the balance that they've struck with the bowguns so far. They're still plenty strong, but it's more about using normal ammunition, elemental ammunition, instead of like specializing into like just sticky spam, just spread spam. Like, I don't know. I think it's cool. That Ray Dow light bowgun, the railgun, so cool looking. Also nice to see this war conga. It looks just like it did in 2nd gen. It's neat to see it in HD. I have yet to use this Hirabami light bowgun, but man, it looks cool. I like having little lightweight rifles like this on my gathering sets, so maybe I'll throw it in there. Hopefully it'll get some good slots so I can use it for the gathering set. No idea if it does, though. Feels like they were kind of conservative with which bowguns got heavy bowgun, or which weapons and monsters got heavy bowgun designs so far. Although I'm still unlocking more in high rank. This Rompumpolo one looks so weird. So weird. Which is fitting, I suppose. You guys saw me make this Uthduna one. It's like got an Uthduna face on the butt of the gun. Very cool. Ugh, that double-barreled look on the Guardian Arkfeld gun looks so cool. I'm really excited to use this one. I have yet to. Looks like something straight out of Doom. I can imagine the Doomslayer packing that. This one must like extend its tentacles when you take it out. If you look at the design and the little icon there, it looks like that central area must like go and like turn into tentacles. And here's Tank Mage. This is kind of funny. The support ship is a mechanic that comes in kind of like an Argosy or a trading ship, and it will bring weapons that you can buy. So even though I have yet to hunt a Gypsaros, I already have Gypsaros' heavy bowgun. It's a little weird. I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. They're not that expensive either. It's kind of weird. Have yet to play bow. It looks like it's in a pretty fun spot though. I'm excited to try out the new Dragon Piercer. Again, 2 Cumatrice weapons. I don't know how that happened. Must have accidentally forged one when I thought I needed to for an upgrade or something. Love seeing the Conga designs all faithfully updated. Same with Nursilla. So cool. The physics are crazy. All right, and that's all the weapons. Hope that wasn't too boring. I don't know. I like being able to show off which weapons I've collected over time. I do have more thoughts on the game overall now that I've played through low rank, but I feel like I'm going to give the game some more time and I'm going to play some more of the game's high rank before I actually go and share my thoughts on things like that. Feels like I want to really experience a lot of what the game has to offer and a lot of what the developers put in before sharing my thoughts on how I think they did or things I do and don't like, taking it holistically. But for now, before we move on to high rank, before I start doing more high rank hunts and collecting high rank gear, I wanted to do one more low rank hunt. I've enjoyed quite a few of the monsters. I guess if I go ahead and I take a look at the large monster list, I've liked quite a few of the hunts. All the Apex monsters were good, so I really quite enjoyed Uthduna and Ray Dow. They were both all right. They're not super aggressive, but they're both just solid hunts, very good. I really liked Jin Dahad a lot. I've only gotten to hunt the one in the story so far, so I'll have to wait until he unlocks in high rank to do more of him, but I really enjoyed that hunt. Again, not like the craziest, most aggressive hunt, but it felt fun. He had big damage when you reach him, so it's like you can really... I tripled to him once or twice. It was really easy for me to get out-damaged, especially by the nuke. I didn't really know how to deal with his nuke at first. I've also really enjoyed Nu-Udra and Guardian Rathalos and Zhu. Guardian Arkfeld was also quite solid. So, like, I've enjoyed quite a few of the hunts, but I think if I could pick one that's my favorite so far, it's probably Nu-Udra. I really like what they did with this monster and the new animation skeleton for it. Kind of our first proper octopus-like monster in the series. Had something similar in Generations Ultimate, but not really like a small monster like this, so just really cool to see. So I think that's what we're going to do today, is we're going to go ahead and hunt Nu-Udra with dual blades. Hello, Alma. We can go ahead and post an optional quest for it. Creeping Flames. We're gonna set our departure point. Oops. We're gonna set our departure point to be the Crimson Rivulet, which is where we are here. We're gonna accept and prepare. And let me check if I need any items here. Yeah, we can put away some of our fishing haul. Restock, grab some cool drinks. And I'll go ahead and I'll eat here. I probably don't need to. Actually I do kind of. There we go. Have a meal and we'll head out and hunt Nu-Udra. All right. For gear, we're going to be using the Nu-Udra dual blades, the low rank Nu-Udra dual blades. These are something I would have had access to when I first fought Nu-Udra. And then we're going to be using the set I was using the first time I took him on. This monster, part of why I enjoyed Nu-Udra so much is, like others have shared, when you reach it, it feels like quite a big jump in terms of damage and challenge. And I felt that myself. I tripled to it once or twice in the story, which was fun. I think I did tripled once. Took it on with hammer and then ultimately cleared it with sword and shield using this set here. So all starting armor, 11 defense, means I have to be quite careful not to be too over aggressive because it does quite a bit of damage to us. And so that's what we're going to do here. Take it on and we'll see how things go. Let's see. Yeah, we'll ride there on Jethro. Seems like it's a little further away. Drink us a cool drink. As you could see from my my hunter profile, I haven't played just a ton of dual blades, but it's one of the weapons I've put a little more time into. It was one of the weapons, I mean, across the board, I was a little concerned about the weapon movesets and weapon moveset designs in this game. Looked like they were continuing to add really strong options that would maybe reduce some of the reason for there to be older moves in the weapons movesets still left over. Can we capture those? Nope, those are 2D. And with some weapons, that's proven to be the case, where the new strong move kind of outweighs the old traditional moveset in a way. I need one of these flash flies for a side quest, actually. There we go. But dual blades, not so bad. I've actually enjoyed dual blades quite a bit. Can I get the roar? Nope. I have yet to get the right dodge timing for that roar. Yeah, dual blades gets kind of an exciting, like, little adept dodge, which I'll try and show off here. But for the most part, it really just feels like dual blades. They didn't change a whole lot, honestly. Ouch. You can see the damage, quite decent. I want to get out of this lava. Feels like they kept most of the actual combos for its normal attacks, dual blades normal attacks, pretty much the same as 5th generation, which I don't mind. The two things they did change is that adept dodge, and they changed the demon dance attack in a way that I like pretty well, both in archdemon mode and in demon mode. Demon dance is now a multi-part attack, and you can actually kind of change back and forth between demon and archdemon mode as you do the combo. Which means you can kind of either choose to extend it, if you kind of go and start in archdemon and then go back and forth, or you can choose to do a kind of a shorter, truncated version where you start and end Demon Dance from Archdemon mode. Just add some more options around that, which I think is kind of neat. You could see me do that adept dodge a couple times there. It's kind of interesting. If you dodge too close to the attack coming out, sometimes it won't activate. It doesn't feel entirely consistent. It also doesn't feel quite as generous as adept dodges did in Generations Ultimate. Get out. Did not get out in time. Ran out of stamina there, I think. that little adept dodge landing, it does also add attacks to our demon dashes. And it adds some extra attack for the duration while it's up. I think it lasts like 20 seconds or something. Something close to that. Already moving to the next area. Yeah, but I think in general, dual blades feel pretty nice to me. I was really expecting them to feel just too crazy, but they don't. They mostly just feel like dual blades. And the dodge feeling kind of a little bit shorter of a window than adept dodge and GU. That's at least how it feels to me. I haven't looked at the frame data for it, or found the frame data for it. It feels pretty good. I've been enjoying playing with these. I feel with dual blades pretty much how I always feel with dual blades, which is like, man, I could sure be a whole lot better with these if I practiced them. They're so fast and their combos are so open-ended, like so similar damage-wise, that in order to actually get a sense of what would be the best option for any given opening on a monster, it feels like you really need to practice with dual blades, and I just rarely do that with how much I switch between different weapons. This thing looks so cool when it's all lit on fire. Yeah, I think when you fight this guy, he easily feels like one of the most aggressive monsters you've seen thus far. And the game only really ramps up from there, to be honest with you. I was kind of already enjoying myself with different fights even before this guy. There's that full demon dance combo. Oop. Was out of Archdemon gauge there. That's something I could definitely work on, is keeping a better eye on my stamina bar and my Archdemon gauge up there in the top. I've been practicing that with Switch Axe, keeping an eye on its gauges as I do my combos, but dual blades could probably use some of that as well. To sleep. I don't really have a great way of waking it up. Are there any wounds right now? I'd like to wake it up with a wound attack if I can. I don't think there are any wounds I have right now. Well. You can see me ducking in focus mode there. It does help with aiming certain follow-up attacks like those rising circle attacks. This is actually the second time I'm recording this, because the first time I did, I forgot to show my my guild card. Also just wasn't totally happy with the hunt I did in my first recording, so it feels nice to have gotten to practice and respond to some of these moves a little better. Something I've noticed about how I play new Monster Hunter in general, from 5th gen onwards, so Monster Hunter World, Monster Hunter Rise, and now Monster Hunter Wilds, is that the game is so fast and so fluid that I feel myself kind of rushing and getting greedy way easier than I do in the old games. The old games' kind of slower pace seems to encourage patience, where I feel like the newer games' rapid fire pace sort of encourages greed, at least for me. That might not be true for all y'all, but I feel myself wanting to overcommit and throw out big damage and get staggers more and more. The game kind of feels like it incentivizes those things. And I think that's sort of a shame, but also when I do take a step back and respond just like I would in an old Monster Hunter game, patiently and observantly, it feels extra good almost. So, I don't know. Something to think about. Starting to get those wounds. So what I did right there was I did 2 parts of the Archdemon Dance, and then I tapped R2, and it switched to a Demon Dance finisher. It's kind of cool. Oops. Sorry, Endemic Wife. Nice. We're gonna go for the head while we can. Cheeky little sliding attack in there for good measure. This guy has some very fun breaks, part breaks to him as well. So we'll see how many we get. Is he leaving? He is? He isn't? Hey, I got the roar dodge. Nice. There we go. There's the first one. We chopped his tentacle off. Oh, it feels so good, dude. Feels so good. After my first attempt at this guy, I was so glad I did him with Sword and Shield for my first clear, because it is so satisfying to chip away at multiple part breaks like his tentacles. Not since Ignactor have we had so many fun breaks to go after. It's gonna be a big spin attack. Get out, get out. Ouch. Ooh. Looks like we need a new cool drink too. Is there anything around here we can grab for that? Nope. Looks like we'll have to drink one manually. Okay, there we go. Ouch. What hit me there? I wasn't paying that close attention. We're really low. He must have chucked a projectile like that. I don't think that's gonna reach us. No, not quite. Starting to get a little low on healing. I'm gonna try my best to just use the potions I brought with me too. So, see how that goes. Do not want to fight him around a ledge. That just sounds like an opportunity to get destroyed. Well, too bad he gave us an opening right now. Nah, let's get off this ledge. Not about it. Not about it. Come down from there, sir. Thank you. Although fighting him on a slope is honestly not that much more inviting, to be honest with you. That was so much faster than I was expecting. That attack is scary, because those explosions... Oh god! I was literally going to say, because those explosions deal quite a bit of damage to us. There you go, you can see it firsthand. Oh well. Keeping it authentic. This is exactly how it felt the first time I was hunting him. We're like, dang, he does quite a bit of damage. But that's exciting. If you're still playing through low rank, or if you haven't picked up the game yet, or if you're doing a second playthrough, I can definitely recommend to refresh our cool drink buff. Oops. Can definitely recommend taking your time and not overgearing on armor, so that you have some of these experiences where the monster's still bullying you even in low rank. That is if it's your thing. If it's not your thing, then whatever, don't do that. But for me, it feels extra fun to have some struggle even before I get to high rank. Okay, looks like he's taken off. We gotta get our tentacle carve. Where is it? Where's our tentacle? We earned that fair and square. There it is. Alright, hello Ajara-kan. What the heck? We'll get some small monster cards too. We'll see if we can get all of Nu-Udra's arms to come off as well. I don't know. Looking at the healing we've got left, we may just end up having to concentrate on surviving. Especially now that we're down a cart. But it is really satisfying as you slowly start to work up to those break tolerances, and it's probably like this for... Where are we going, bird? Where are we going? Okay, come on now. This way. No, come on. Go. What are you doing? That's crazy. It still wants to turn around. Why? It is down here, isn't it? Yeah. Why do they keep doing that? That's crazy. I lost my train of thought there. Oh yeah, I remembered it now. I'm not sure if it's like this for everyone that hunts him, but for me, it's definitely been something where I'm slowly starting to build up the tolerance on a bunch of the tentacles, and then they all just kind of come off at once. It's super satisfying. Try and keep the attack buff up from those. That turnaround attack is scary. Woo, get out. A little off on that roar dodge. To really watch ourselves. What the heck? We'll go for a wound. I don't go for these every time they're available, but the Dual Blade's wound attack is too cool not to do at least once. There's another one. Head break. Oops. Pressed the wrong button there. Oh my gosh. Brakes on brakes. Feels so good. Alright, let's not get too crazy. Let's limp. I think we got a head break and then a tentacle break there. At least a flinch. Felt very good. As you guys saw when I was showing off what I've collected, I don't really need much more of his low rank gear or his low rank materials, but it's still just fun to fight him. What a cool fight. It's always fun to see the Monster Hunter team make a brand new animation skeleton or a brand new animation rig. Some of the first monsters they do with a new animation rig always feel like sort of a creative tour de force. Like, what are all the cool ways we could use this skeleton to do something brand new? I definitely feel that with this guy. All right. 5 potions left. How he sleeps is pretty funny. He sleeps in this little nook. Can I wake him up with a capture net? No. And then when you shoot him, he just kind of blorps right out. Which I think is funny. Off on the roar again. Oh well, we got at least once. Ouch. Alright. Gonna try and focus these tentacles. Ooh, that health. Whew. Spooky. No thank you. there's another one broken. No, that's just a wound destroyed. Never mind. Can't get to where I want to be. Stay on top of our health here. Here we go. Just gotta get those back ones. He's tired right now too. Ouch. Keep those mega potions hovered. A little nervous about being cornered with him here. Yeah, let's bring him out from the wall if we can. Really want those tentacle breaks. Such an exciting moment when he lights on fire like that. It does look really cool. Staying away from that move. Ooh, that turnaround. Yikes. Okay, he's gonna reposition. Where's he going? Over there. All right, let's have him turn this way and then we'll go around back. Get that tentacle. Yes! All right, one more. Almost got it. He's gonna do a big spin. There it is, our tentacle. Ah. Ouch. No! There's like an explosion at the end of his tentacle there. Double carded. No. So close to the final break, too. We could definitely obviously grab supplies from our sacred or supplies from the tent, but where's the fun in that? Where's the suspense in that? Not sure why it spawns me all the way at the top of the cavern like this. It's definitely not the fastest way to get to the monster. Just seems to do that. Okay, we're gonna re-drink our cool drink. We'll sharpen. We'll be back to the final area soon. See if we can't tough it out with our last potion. Get the sleigh. Fun times. That looks like a rare guy. It was a rare guy. I've already gotten that rare guy. Oh well. No, where are you going? Oh. Oh, we should get our carves in case he dies somewhere else. Hang on, Sacred. Ah, bummer he got away from us. It's funny, this is about how long it took me to, no, I do not want to cancel the quest. Hold on. This is about how long it took me to slay him my first time, too. So I can't have gotten that much better at fighting him. Definitely didn't get all the tentacle breaks the first time fighting him, though. So maybe we'll still get that. That and, like, there's tons of... I have been paying attention to some of the endgame speedrun strats and endgame speedrun sets and stuff, and there's so many hunts out there of people destroying monsters like this in like 2 minutes flat that hopefully this longer play against Nu-Udra is fun to watch. It's fun for me to do. I have a lot more fun when I'm up against a monster for 15, 20 minutes like this, or in this case, almost 25. It's just satisfying. You get to break the parts, you actually get to interact with their moves, they're not just writhing on the ground. All right, I want that tentacle. Ah, it's crazy he can do that right out of a roar. Yes, there we go. All right, time to finish you off, buddy. Back up. Gotta be pretty careful, though. We'll go for the wound. Why not? Oh, man, it reaches so far. Get me up. Run out of the way of the rocks. Goodness. All right, that's it. That's the last of our health. We gotta make it work. This is our chance. He's applying his goop. There it is. Whew. A nice close Nu-Udra quest to seal off low rank. A good time was had by all. And all the tentacles were gotten. Feels so good, man. Did we get that last tentacle carve? Where is it? Here it is. I think we got all breaks there. We got his head and all his tentacles. Ah. I think this was the first quest in story that started giving you decorations as well. Just a good hunt in a lot of ways. Protective polish. Didn't have that one yet. Just under 25 minutes. Bet you didn't see anybody else take that long. Slow hunting and monster enjoying. Alrighty. I think that's where I'm going to leave it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed the little check-in of what I've been up to so far. The little enjoying of a Nu-Udra hunt. I'll be back with another video in high rank, hopefully soon enough. Until then, I hope you guys take a moment to stop and enjoy the game, or just have fun with it however you are. Hope you guys have a good week, a blessed week, and I'll be back with some more Monster Hunter again soon. Cheers, and happy hunting to y'all. See you next time.